Alrighty, so I'm supposed to be on a diet. Have you tried these Hostess Golden Cupcakes? So freaking good, man. So good.
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack! Hey, welcome back to the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you on a Saturday night. Although it might not be Saturday night when you get around to watching this video, it is Saturday night right now when I'm filming it, and I am in a great mood. Why? Because I'm going to be unboxing this really kick-ass K2-S0 Hot Toys action figure for you tonight. And I got to tell you, I am uber excited to dig into this guy. I have bided my time in ordering this figure. It was one that I knew I wanted to get him the moment I saw Rogue One, and I bided my time getting him, and got some Christmas money and just pulled the frickin' trigger, and I am so excited to be unboxing him here tonight. So, hey, you know what? It's Saturday night. When you're 42 years old, these are the little things that get you all excited. That and drinking this really shitty 3-2 beer that I'm just too damn cheap to throw out. I bought it at the store, thought it was the regular stuff, and it's not. It's 3-2. That's on me. But anyway, so I'm trying to pound through this shit, and I'm going to be unboxing this great action figure for you guys. So without further ado, let's just get to it, because this is going to be great, and I'm excited. So let's do it. Alrighty, so I have removed him from his shipper and the plastic lining that comes inside the shipper, and first impressions are, wow, this is a really nice box. I mean, Hot Toys always has pretty nice boxes, but this one's exceptionally nice. It's got this nice little sleeve that runs along the bottom here, and it's real shiny. That's real nice, you know, it kind of gives you kind of metallic looking, because, you know, it's a droid, so metallic. That's cool. And so, yeah, nice looking box. Not going to spend too much time on this, but that's pretty nice, right? Well, I'm excited, so I'm going to go ahead and open this guy up, and we're going to tear into it right now. Alrighty, so the insert sleeve is what you'd expect from a Hot Toys figure. That's some nice artwork there with the action figure. Looks like he's chilling on Jeddah there. So, yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Let's just go ahead and take this off, remove the sleeve, and see what's inside. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's looking great. I can tell. I'm pretty excited about this action figure. As many of you know from my previous videos, I'm a big robot / droids fan. So, you know, any kind of robot, I mean, I'm into, you can see Transformers and Voltron in the background of this video. And I have, you know, I do emphasize the droids from Star Wars throughout my collection. So this was really a must-have for me. I did bide my time on getting him just because I don't know. I didn't pre-order him because I had some other pre-orders going that were a little more important to me. You know, mostly original trilogy stuff. That's you know, like a lot of Star Wars collectors. That's definitely that gets the lion's share of attention from my collecting dollar. But this was something I really wanted to get as soon as I saw Rogue One. I wanted to get this particular figure because I just thought this character was amazing in the movie. So anyway, really excited. So let's get him out right now. Alrighty, and here he is removed from the box, but still with his little protective mittens and booties on. I don't know, maybe I'm the only person that has this gripe. And I understand, like I mentioned in my last video when I unboxed my Han Solo and Stormtrooper disguise, I get that, you know, this plastic is put on these figures for protection during distribution. I understand that, and I do appreciate that. But God, sometimes it seems so hard to get off and I almost feel like I'm going to damage the figure more getting them off than anything that it could endure while, you know, in the shipping process. I don't know, just me, and maybe that's my impatience or something, or, you know, I don't know, or I'm kind of all thumbs anyway. But anyway, I really hate getting these things off, so I'm going to work those things off. But in the meantime, here are the accessories he came with, which aren't a lot, but that's okay. Some watch batteries, that'll be a joy to put in. Some kind of, I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't look like it goes to him. I think it's like goes on his body or anything. I think it's like a thermal detonator or something. I'm not sure what that is. An antenna, and then of course the classic Stormtrooper hand blaster. So it comes with that as well. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get those booties off so you guys can get a better look at him. Alrighty, so here he is with his plastic mittens and booties removed. And you know, it's not the plastic itself that annoys me. I realized as I was taking them off, it's the quality of the tape that they use to kind of wrap up around the legs and the hands. It's almost like when I have to get out a sharp pair of scissors and I'm almost afraid I'm going to damage the figure just getting that tape cut. And so that's where it gets nerve-wracking. And I always kind of feel unnecessarily nerve-wracking because I just think there's a better way they could do that. But anyway, mild gripe. It's something I go through every time I get a Hot Toys figure. But any rate, that's not here nor there. Anyway, he's looking really nice though, and I'm really digging him. I was kind of checking him out as I was taking him off, and he's a great figure in that he's sort of a mixed media figure, being that he's made of a couple different things. There's plastic on here, and then there's pieces and parts like the knee joints here and the shins feel like die-cast metal to me. So that's freaking awesome. I think the wrist joint might be die-cast metal as well as the elbow. So a lot of plastic, but a lot of die-cast metal too. So that's really, really cool. You know, every collector that I know anyway loves them some die-cast metal, and so do I. So that's a fantastic add on this, especially, you know, it is a robot or a droid, and so it's really cool to get some metal pieces and parts on there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the batteries in now, which is, as many of you know if you watch my videos, is like the thing I hate the most about doing putting these Hot Toys figures together, is removing body parts and inserting watch batteries. It really sucks. The directions here, if you can tell, it looks like you remove half his head, and then of course you gotta get out your precision screwdriver and unscrew a little tiny screw, because who knows, I might get really wasted one night, come downstairs and start opening up my K2-S0 and swallowing watch batteries. So they got to be screwed in there. So anyway, so I got to do that, and then hopefully, and then do something with the eyes, it looks like, and be careful because those tusks are really sharp, FYI. So anyway, let's get to that right now. We're going to try to do that on camera for you. Hopefully this isn't a disaster. Alrighty, so here we go. I've got my batteries on the ready here. I've got my little precision screwdriver, and I got sweaty palms because this makes me nervous. You know, relaxation techniques going here. All right, I'm going to pop off half his head now. So careful not to touch those little tusks there, because I think not only are they sharp, I think they're breakable. And I'm just kind of working it off nice and easy. Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Thank goodness. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the inside of his eyes. It looks like there's some acrylic in there if you can't see. And so, I don't know, maybe that really helps with the lighting effect on the eyes to make it look like a nice, clean light up feature. Hope that's the case. And I'm looking at the top here, and he's got some weight to him, which is really nice as well. I didn't mention that before, but he's got a nice weight to him. It's that die-cast metal again, so that's freaking awesome, right? Yeah, so here's the battery tab right here, and there's an on-off switch there too. And I hope this isn't like the Hot Toys R2-D2, which I'm having a hell of a time with. I reviewed him, or unboxed him, several transmissions ago. I don't remember which one it is. You can go back through my videos and check it out if you want. It's a fairly lengthy video, and he's featured in it. I do some other stuff in that video as well, but he's featured in that video, and I do a whole unboxing. I was really pleased with him at the time, but I'm finding that if I don't turn off the off switch when I'm not in use, those batteries will drain out. The original batteries it came with, I mean, I had played with it the first day I played with it on video, and then I walked away from it, and I realized like a week later the batteries, it was dead. And so a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I went out, spent $12 on those little watch batteries. It's like L44s or something like that. I'm not saying that exactly right, but that was something like one of those kind of batteries. Went to Walmart, spent almost $12 on batteries, put 5 more of those things in, turned them on, and again played with them a little bit. Haha, great, R2 works. And then left that on switch on. Not that the figure wasn't on, but I left the on switch on inside of the top of the dome, walked away, and it's not working anymore again. So that's frustrating, Hot Toys. I'm not digging that. So hopefully this isn't the same situation here. We'll find out. So anyway, we're going to unscrew this with our precision screwdriver. You know, maybe the screws are here to kind of keep it really in place, you know, keep the batteries nice and tight in there. I'm sure that's probably the case. I just really hate doing this stuff with these little tiny screws. You know, some people are really, really handy, really good with fixing things and doing really precision, you know, detail-oriented work with their hands. I am not one of those people. So, I'm going to put these batteries in now. I'm going to place him back on the stand. Open up these batteries. Hopefully they don't fly all over the room. All right, I'm going to put the batteries in. I'm going to pause it, and we'll get back to you. Alrighty, so I had to do it twice, but I got the batteries in, and, you know, it's just fimbling around with them. Like I said, I'm all thumbs, man. Not coordinated in this way, so I didn't want to do that on camera because I felt like an ass. But anyway, I got the batteries in, hit the on switch, and look how bright this light is, though. This is great. Look at this. Wow, look at that. So this head's going to look awesome on this body. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this on. Of course, another thing that you got to consider too is that if you ever want to display it with the lights on, you're going to have to take his head off every time. So that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I wish there was like an on-off switch down here, you know, in the back of the head, maybe on the back here. I know that they don't want to give up authenticity for pragmatics as far as, you know, where to put a power switch, but man, having to take half his head off every time I want to turn him on kind of sucks. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get him on. I know he's going to look great, though. I know he's going to look great. So I'm going to turn on his on switch, and I'm going to put back on his head very gently. And there actually is, see, there's a tab right there. And I'll turn off the light so you can see it better. And there is a little hole right there that goes in. So actually, that's not too bad at all. That's not too bad to fit that in there. So back on with the light. Put up. See, it goes right back on. Oh, look how nice that is, though. Can you see that? Let me show you. Look how nice that light up is. Will you bring the camera closer? Ooh, that looks great, doesn't it? Yeah. That looks so awesome. Oh, that's great. I love that. So fan-freaking-tastic. So there he is lit up in all his glory. I'll give you a better shot here. I'll do a 360 of him here in just a second. Oh, hey, one more thing as I'm doing a 360 on him. I did forget to put his little antenna in, and it goes right in his back right here, which is really cool because it kind of reminds me of the battle droids from the prequels, and I'm kind of a prequel guy, so I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, so it's just real simple. There's some pegs there, so it fits right in the slot. Hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. Real easy. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, if you can see where that goes. That's really nice. So, all right. So, I'm going to get my ugly mug off camera and give you guys a really nice 360 of this.
I'm surprised you're so concerned with my safety.
Alrighty, so here is K2-S0 all lit up in all his glory on his display stand, and I'm having a really hard time getting him in my shot because he's so damn tall. I want to get a close-up of him, but I want to get them all in there, so bear with me here as I'm kind of working the camera. But anyway, so here's a nice 360 of him, looking really sharp. I love this figure a lot. Just like I said, I really dug this character. He was like the highlight of Rogue One. Well, that and the awesome Darth Vader scene. If you know, I'm not going to say spoiler alert. The movie's been out for a year. If you haven't seen it, that's your fault. But anyway, he was like my favorite character in that movie. Just absolutely awesome, and I loved his interaction with Jen Erso and with Cassian. Really cool. So he was my favorite. So I'm really glad to have him in my collection. Even if I'm not real high on Disney Star Wars these days, he is definitely an exception to that rule. So looking really, really, really fantastic. Digging this figure a lot. Alright, so one more thing, and I have to say I actually hate this about this figure, and it's okay because you can change it out. But I really dislike the stand, how they have the portrait on there. And unfortunately, they acknowledge that might not be the most popular choice. I mean, these Hot Toys figures look so damn good. You don't need anything to distract from how good they look. The figure itself looks great. I don't need a movie representation attached to the figure. Because the figure itself is almost a movie representation. So, but that's no worries. They do allow you to. I'll just pop the stand off, and then it's like a postcard, like a glossy postcard, and it's nice. It's nice quality stock paper there, but it comes right off. It's like it looks like Imperial deck plating there. Maybe it's the base from Scarif. Really, really cool. So I dig that. So he's gonna look fantastic on top of that. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So looking fantastic. Overall, I'm really digging this figure. There's a few minor QC issues that I just would rather have these light up eyes be a little more accessible. But other than that, I'm really, really digging this figure.
I can survive in space.
Okay, one more thing to point out. The fingers and the hands, while really, really well done, I do think you should note to be a little careful with these things when you're manipulating them. I don't know, those joints just feel like they could break real easy. So when you're putting the Stormtrooper gun in his hand, or this, I guess this is a thermal detonator. I'm not sure. If someone knows what this is, please feel free to educate me in the comments section. I just don't know what this is. I think it's a thermal detonator, but I don't know. So anyway, just note of caution on that, to be kind of careful with the fingers and digits on him. That just those joints, those carpal joints, just feel a little. I don't know. They I think they're pretty tight, but they feel like they could break if you were jacking with them too much. So be kind of careful with that. Alrighty, so now that I have him in maybe a little more of a family-friendly pose here, you can see once again those hands are great though. You need to be a little careful with them, but they do seem to grasp items really nicely, like that blaster pistol, and of course I think that's like a detonator remote or something maybe. So anyway, he grasps that real nice as well. So, I mean, again, really fun looking figure. I love this guy a lot. So, you know, K2-S0 is kind of a unique character. I don't know what exactly to compare him to, but I'm going to get out a few of my other figures and show him off next to those so you guys kind of get just a feel for how tall he is and just how he looks with other Star Wars characters. Alrighty, so here is K2-S0 chilling out with a number of his Imperial mechanical contemporaries, including R2-Q3, I think, and I can't remember his name, the Imperial R5-D4 equivalent, not sure his name, and the Imperial interrogation droid, which I love and hate. This came, of course, with the Hot Toys Episode 4 Darth Vader. Great looking interrogation droid, but every time I even pick him up, all his goddamn pieces fall off, and they're actually really hard to put back in. So yeah, I was just moved him from my shelf and then spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out where everything went because they all popped out as soon as I touched him. So kind of love him and hate him, and I hate this stupid styrene stand he comes with. Nevertheless, we'll just put him off to the side. So anyway, there's K2-S0 looking awesome there with his Imperial astromechs, looking cool. Alrighty, and here he is telling it like it is to our very favorite iconic Rebel Alliance protocol droid C-3PO. If you can't tell, I'm really digging the articulation on those hands. Not only does he hold things really awesome, he can also make great, funny, obscene gestures as well. So awesome. So there he is with, of course, C-3PO. Alrighty, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this video up. I don't have a whole lot else to say about this figure other than it's really pretty awesome if you can't tell. I expect that from a Hot Toys figure. I expect it to look awesome, and it definitely does fit that bill. As I indicated before, just a few mild accessibility issues involving the light-up eye feature that I've kind of got a beef with, and he is very, as a consequence of having that die-cast metal, which I'm not complaining about, but as a consequence of that die-cast metal, I don't think he's going to stand real well on a shelf, unassisted, without a stand. So keep that in mind as well. I don't know what kind of display ideas you might have for this figure, but keep that in mind because I mean I think this is going to be a faller here. This guy's gonna take a nosedive if he's not secure. So keep that in mind. But anyway, other than that, absolutely great figure. Really digging him. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say about him other than that. He's going to be going in the detail behind me here. And in a few weeks, I've got a Jen Erso figure coming as well to complement him. So that's going to be a fantastic display. She might be a little ways off, but she's coming. So that's going to be awesome. Hey, welcome to Bonus Time. In this episode of Bonus Time, we're going to continue on the whole Star Wars theme tonight. I just unboxed that awesome K2-S0 as you just saw. So we're going to keep it in the Star Wars family tonight. And Star Wars is about family. And you know what? There's been a lot of fan division in light of the Last Jedi coming out. And if you've watched one of my previous videos, you will know that I am firmly in the I didn't like camp as far as The Last Jedi is concerned. And that's okay. And if you liked it, that's okay too. We're all Star Wars fans, and that's cool. But for me, it's like I didn't really care for the film, but I'm still a fan. I still love Star Wars. It's just like my team, the Denver Broncos, this year. Well, we went 5-12, 5-11. We went 5-11. Hey, you know what? I want some changes made. I want some changes made on the team, but I still love the team. Same thing with Star Wars. I'd love to see some changes at Lucasfilm, but I still love Star Wars. And part of loving Star Wars and getting back to the roots of why I love Star Wars is what I'm going to talk about right now. I was at our one of our local comic book stores in town, and they just recently moved. It's I Want More Comics. That's the name of the store. Really great store, great owner. Sean runs the place. He's a friend of mine, good guy. And I picked up this awesome 1995 Kenner vintage remolds of 4 of the original 12-back figures. And this is really cool. I'm actually going to commit a sin. I know this is 23 years old, but I'm going to take these out of the box. Not tonight, but I'm going to take these out of the box because I actually have some really cool play sets coming. And one of them is a grail of mine that I never had as a child. And I'm so freaking excited. I've been tracking it. It's been coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Of course, I live in Denver, Colorado, so might have a little ways to go. And it'll be here next week. And I'm going to do a little show on some vintage Star Wars coming up. And it's going to be completely awesome. But I can't wait to get this certain item. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And I needed some extra vintage figures to go in it. I know these aren't technically vintage figures. They are stamped 1995. But, you know, hey, they're the same mold, and they're going to look great inside of this playset, as well as some other figures in there as well. So that's going to be awesome. So look for that in my next video coming up. All right? All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Plastic Planet. Thank you so very much. This channel is taking off before my eyes, and I'm super, super duper excited. As of right now, we're up to 89 subscribers. That's 9 more from last week. Going to get to that 100 mark, and hopefully things really shoot from there. I'm hoping. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you like what you see here, please subscribe. I would love that to happen. And that way, you know when I do another video, you'll know when I do it, and you can watch it when it's posted. So that would be absolutely great. If you are a subscriber, even if you're not, please like if you like this video. If you didn't, well, go watch something else. That's cool too. So anyway, thank you so much. And again, thank you for all the kind comments I've been noticing. And I mentioned this in my last video. I've been reading your comments, and I really appreciate them. Some of them are so kind, and I'm just glad you guys are enjoying the channel, because I really like making this channel. I'm having a good time doing these videos, and I think some of you guys are really enjoying watching them as well. So that's completely awesome. We're all residents of the Plastic Planet. We all love this hobby, and that's why we're here. So, and hopefully I'm helping provide a little more fun to this hobby by showing off my collection and my love for it. So anyway, all right, that's enough for that. Thank you so much, and that's going to do it for this episode of The Plastic Planet. I hope you guys have a great week, and you know what? Get out there and keep buying shit, because it's fun. All right, till next time.